introduced me to what is known as cold fusion. It is safe because no radiation, no uranium. It is green because no pollution, no carbon. The biggest challenge is convincing people, but this is the real one, please follow. Now, we have the opportunity to get back the glory of India in the next 30, 40 years. We are all pulling the missile at night 12 o'clock because morning 6 o'clock is the launch. He says, you within 6 feet, you see what you can help, what you can achieve within 6 feet. This is what I call it as a world which is SUHA, that is sustainable, unified world, happy world, abundant world and abundance.
The next question that I have around is about the renewable energy space that you're working on right now. And just tell me how your interest shifted from defense to renewable energy. How are they connected? And why is nuclear energy important right now?
I tell you, when he was in Hyderabad, Kalam was working, and we were all talking tanks and atom bombs, and then missiles, rockets, torpedoes, like that we were talking. Then he started 3 things in Hyderabad. When he was so busy doing so many tasks he was doing. I mean, he used to work from morning 10 to late midnight. His day starts at 10, but goes late, very late in the night. And no, 7 days. We are all got 7 days work. Like Narayana Murthy says, I want work. People, we all work 7 days for 50 years. So when we were doing like that, see what happens is he created 3 items. One is the stent for the heart surgery. Second one is the ortho for instead of earlier it would be steel components. He is using composite components for the leg and hand and ortho. Third one is he took a lot of interest for energy. Okay. So, and because I was quite close to him, I was involved in both the stent work using titanium wire and all, also ortho for composite because we use a lot of composite materials. So then one day, when he was already a president, he one day told me that Prahlad, you have done a lot of work. You remember my work for ortho, you worked for stent and all. Why don't you work for energy? Sir, I don't know what energy. No, you use energy. Of course, I use energy. But from where you get energy, you know. So, what is the future of energy? Why don't you work? Sir, I have to study. So far, I have not thought about it. No, don't worry. You meet one Dr. Srinivasan. He was having a friend with him. And he says he is from Baba Atomic Research Center, the deputy director. He wants DRDO to start work on energy, future energy. And DRDO, I was handling from Delhi extramural research. That is all the academic institutions, what research they can do for futuristic topics. So I was handling more than 100 universities and giving funding, review their work and docket their activities and distribute to DRDO to use that results. Like that I used to do a lot of things. So I said, Srinivasan, I met him. Say, both of you discuss and then work out how to do it. I said, okay. Then Dr. Srinivasan very happy. Said, sir, I will come and explain to you. Then he introduced me to what is known as cold fusion. First time I heard the word cold fusion.
Same, sir. First time.
First time, same thing. Same. I've been working in engineering for 30, 40 years. What is cold fusion? Then he explained. See, the nuclear reactions, there are 3 types of fusion. One is fusion working on the sun, where hydrogen atoms get fused to generate helium. That the sun is burning for millions of years, continuously generating heat, generating light, generating radiation. And it's happening. Nobody can stop. It is self-sustaining, self-growing. This is one fusion. Today, many countries are trying. Recently, yesterday, you would have seen France has tried to simulate, emulate what is happening in fusion in tokamak in France. It worked for 22 minutes. This is a record. Their sun is working for millions of years. So, on the ground, there are many countries working, China, USA, well, Europe working. India also is a part. So we are trying to see whether what is happening in sun can be beat, which is a very, very big challenge because temperatures are very high, millions of degrees, and pressures are high, temperatures are high. How to make it? So the latest record is 22 minutes. It worked. That's the record. If you have to work continuously, it may take another few decades. This is what expected. So it is doable because they have demonstrated for 22 minutes, but it will take a few decades to make it come to our home. It will take a few decades. This is one type of fusion. This is nuclear. Second of fusion is fission, which is atomic bomb, nuclear power stations. It is based on fission. So take a heaviest atom of uranium, plutonium, you bombard. Then the atom will split into lighter elements. So it's more than 200 atomic weights, it will become half of it. In that process, it gives out heat. So in the heavy atom splitting, it gives heat and energy. Light atom fusing, it gives heat and energy. Both are green. Green in the sense they don't give any footprints of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Totally green. So fission also green, fusion also green. Fission, the problem is safety question because you are using uranium. And India doesn't have uranium, you have to depend on somebody. So that dependence will be there. Second is whatever is said, there people are little worried whether is it safe. Suppose the fission goes uncontrolled, or I miss any error mistake, then it will keep generating problems. So fission people are not yet comfortable. Many countries have declared not to continue. Like Germany said, I don't want any more nuclear fission reactors. Japan also is thinking, but they will relook. And France has got number of them. India has half a dozen. This is fission. It is green, but safety is a little bit question. But for India, it is a problem because we don't have fuel. We are dependent on other countries. Dependence are there. So these are the two green energies. Third green energy is called cold fusion. So what is happening? Fusion at millions of degrees. Can you do at 1000 degrees centigrade? It's called cold fusion. There it meets all your challenges. It is safe because no radiation, no uranium. It is green because no pollution, no carbon. Then it is portable. It is small item you can make. It can be scaled. You can put number of them, and it is affordable. There is no because you don't require uranium. You require only hydrogen and nickel and all. You can have it. Make in India. So everything seems to be in line. It has to only get into market. But the demonstration has been done for months and years. So this is the third green energy which is now taking shape, and we started this thanks to Kalam, thanks to Srinivasan. He introduced me, and I took 12 years to recognize it is feasible. For 7-8 years, we felt it is not doable. We said hands up. But Srinivasan will not leave me. He will come from Bombay. No, sir, let us not leave it. So he was insisting, he was reviewing whatever I am doing. And then we got a breakthrough when he was alive. But fortunately, in the short that time, he passed away. So I am carrying his dream on my shoulder. His dream that it has to be a renewable energy, green, make in India, portable, affordable, and it can be distributed all over the country. It is made for India, but it can be made available to anybody in the world. And this is our dream. All other solutions, non-renewable energy, either solar or wind, they are not 100% green. Neither 100% reliable. If you have to, a lot of restrictions are there. And fossil fuel, anyway, nobody wants to continue. Maybe another 10, 20 years, fossil fuel will be out of fashion. Therefore, we think we are in the right track in the cold fusion. So we have now started a commercialization, and there we are having devices which can generate excess heat, like what is happening on the fusion at 1000 degrees centigrade. Maybe it is a low efficiency today, but with time it will improve. But it is a hope for the century. For we think this is the apt for the next century for India to depend on its own design, its own products, its own raw materials, its own plants, distribution, and see, this is the future. So we think we have hit the right button, and we are very seriously working. We have a team of 100 people now working, and I think it will grow. This is the future of energy in the country. What we think. So we think the young people, more and more young people should be involved because they are the one who will take it forward. See, we have done design and shown how it can work. But we want more and more people, like missile program were driven by first core some 300 young engineers. Today it is 1000 people. So same thing should happen. They should come, join. We are telling everybody, every institution, send them on internship to work with us for a few months and then continue with us. So I think it will pick up and it will be the future. Now, for the young generation, 2047, this should be the real energy. And energy is required everywhere. Education also requires energy. Agriculture requires, everything requires, mobility requires, science and technology. Nothing will go without science, technology, and energy. For any domain you take is required. So I think India has to grow up in that direction. So you focus on energy, science, technology, innovation in every field, whether it is microwave, whether it is mobility, whether it is agriculture, whether it is industrialization, whether it is textiles, whether it is infrastructure, whether it is shipbuilding, road building, whatever you take, everywhere science, technology, innovation, energy. They are the mantras. If that is done, I think India will touch Viksit Bharat dream of our Modi Sahib. It will be possible. And we are committed to it. We think we will invite more and more young people to join our campaign.
Got it. What is the biggest challenges that we are facing with respect to bringing cold fusion to the market right now?
The biggest challenge is convincing people, but this is the real one, please follow. They all say, sir, can you show where it is operational? I said, Baba, this is the research. This will become operational when you take it.
Is it expensive?
It's not expensive. It is affordable. Cost is nothing because I told you we are having a device giving extra heat for 1 year, 2 years. No consumable. No consumable. So it's not expensive. But people should come forward, say, okay, now I think I am convinced it will work. I have trust in you. Let me come. Let us work together. Say, for example, there is a remote village. There is no electricity, and we will go there and provide for 1 megawatt station for say 50 villages, one cluster of villages. We will give energy and show it works. Somebody or some government or some private should say, okay, I am ready to put my full bet on it. Let us come and do it. We are looking for a person of that type or a government of that type. We are talking to many people, Center, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Science and Technology. We have talked to people. Even we talk to state governments like Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. We have talked to them. And if anybody is showing interest, we are ready to do it. And I think this is the real future of the country. And we are now the technology level built up by various space missions, defense missions, industry missions has come to such a stage that we should have next generation for the next 27 years. Science, technology, energy, growth, It's a dream to be there for the next few decades.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about Viksit Bharat, sir. If you have to explain it very briefly to someone who has no idea about, or they've not heard about what is Viksit Bharat, why are we doing it, and why is 2047 the goal, uh, what would you
Yeah,
explain?
27, 2047 because the century of our India. See, India had a great past. Uh, before we lost all the freedom because many foreigners came and exploited the wealth of the country. Wealth means there are two types of wealth. Wealth is in our own what we had wealth in terms of gold and things like that. Wealth in terms of our document available those days,
Knowledge.
uh, which was destroyed or which was taken away, whatever, or our wealth knowledge. Because unfortunately, we didn't have the recording system of what we had gained in science and technology. We had a lot of science and technology before our innovations, but we lost it. Now we have the opportunity to get back the glory of India in the next 30, 40 years because we have now come from such a stage that now we are fully recognized as a developing country. From developing country, we should become a developed country. This is what is required. Now we have to see how to make it happen. Young people say the prime period of your life is here. That is, you are now in your 20s, you are going to see in your 2047 means you will be really enjoying the fruits of all our previous generations. So please enjoy the fruits, contribute, take India forward. Take India forward means what? We need independence from any dependence. Like I told you, energy, food, our own culture, protection of our culture, uh, anything, and new innovations, new technologies, because nothing is stationary. Things are continuously moving, changing. The people's aspirations are improving. They want to live better. They don't want the things should be abundantly available. Things should be better quality. And there should be no conflict with anybody. Anybody, people should live in a homogeneous like world. This is what is the dream of the youth. He wants to go and settle in some country and do it. He should be allowed to do it. And somebody wants to come to India and settle in world, live. He should allowed to do it. It should happen. And there should be plenty both that place and this place. And there is total. This is what this is what we used to believe. India when we were all young people, we were all Sarve Jana, Sukhino Bhavantu, we say. The whole world is our village. So we should live. This is what dream can be made, all right, if we are able to get the right leadership for this kind of a generation. So I think everybody talks VUCA world, you would have heard. Have you heard VUCA world?
Yeah.
VUCA world is, people say, currently when you come out of your home, you are facing the world. First thing is, you say, it's a very volatile world. Very volatile. Things are happening so fast. Very uncertain. I don't know whether I can take, as you say, whether I take science or take degree or take IT or take fintech, very uncertain. Then it's complex. Nothing easy to decode. Traffic itself so complex. You want to go from A to B, which route to take is very complex to decide and ambiguous. There are opposing interpretations. Whatever you do, you want to. Some people say BP is bad. Somebody say BP is that's all right. Nothing to worry. So it's very ambiguous. Nothing. This is called VUCA world. See, violent, very complex, very ambiguous, very uncertain. This is VUCA world you are facing. But we want to change that. I am sure my next generation should not face a VUCA world. They should save a world which is very happy world, very world of abundance. You want food, you want anything you want knowledge, you want to join a particular dance class and learn when you are doing science. Yes, you should be able to do it. Why not? So all should be abundance available, and then it should be. I am trying to coin my own VUCA. Some I have used the word. I will tell you. I am calling it as a. I don't know. I want to spread this. Instead of volatile and all, why not we make it very comfortable? See, I am calling as a SUHA world. SUHA sustainable. The life should be sustainable, comfortable. Then unifying. World should be unified world. S and U. H and A. H is happy. A is abundant. SUHA, I call it SUHA world. Instead of VUCA world, I want to create a SUHA world. For our next generation, we are ended up with a VUCA world. When I am going out of my house, I am having a VUCA world. When my grandson goes out the house, he should have a SUHA world. You should be sustainable, completely happy, completely things are plenty, unified world. There is no question of conflicts within the two countries, within the two communities. It should not be there. We want to create a Sukha world from VUCA world. That is what should happen in next 3 decades. This is my dream.
Got it. So let's say to make this dream happen, there is an IT profession who's probably sitting in an MNC and watching this podcast right now. What can they do?
See, somebody very interestingly told, I'm also thinking that. He says, you within 6 feet, you see what you can help, what you can achieve. Within 6 feet. Don't worry. You have a friend, how I can help you. You have a animal suffering, how it can do. I have a useless thing happening, can I solve? Just within your sphere of influence, how you can be a good human being. You see, if you look at it, many times, we don't see at all. We see the far off. But within our near regime, we ignore. And many times it does not yield correct results. So if you can take care of within your 6 feet, he takes within his 6 feet, her 6 feet, the whole world will be fully, this is what I call it as a world which is SUHA, that is sustainable, unified world, happy world, abundant world and abundance. You have nothing to worry about whether it is available, shortage, nothing should come. So this is what young people should see. How do I make all around me itself, everything I make SUHA, whole world will be SUHA. I don't have to worry about what is happening in America. My 6 feet okay, his 6 feet okay, her 6 feet okay, this all. This is like a viral. It is spread like a viral. This is viral I want to spread, not COVID. That is the way you want to spread it, happiness. Spread happiness, spread well-being. We don't want to compete to make me. I want to live happy, I want you to live happy, I want everyone to live happily. This is what we want. Not that I want to live happily at your cost. That is the difference in attitude of an Indian. I think we believe in it and we have to sustain it.
And in terms of Viksit Bharat, if in case there is a young entrepreneur starting or a young innovator who wants to build something, what is the direction do you think?
See, I have been thinking the role of our industries, I tell you. I would have interacted with at least 200 industries in India. Big like Godrej and Adani and Bharat Forge. Small scale industries. And of late, I have talked at least 200 startup companies in Bangalore, in Chennai, in Hyderabad, in Nashik, everywhere. What is the thing is, the youth, the young people want to take risk, innovate. They don't mind because they say, I have nothing to lose. I want to try something crazy, out of box. Young people want to do. But the industries, they're very cautious. They say, why should you take risk? Industries, big industries, they do not want to take risk because they are looking at the bottom line. The bottom line, they are continuously watching. Okay, how much profit I make, how much tax I save, they are working. That's what big companies look. But the young people want to do innovate and bring new thing towards the Viksit Bharat. They want to do. I want to find some solution. See, for example, recently I was talking to the villagers and all. No? Disposal of waste. What is the lowest? How do you bring down the cost of disposal of waste at the lowest cost? Some people say, I want to do research. Young engineer says, I want to do research on disposal of waste at the lowest cost. Disposal of waste can be anything. It can be industry waste, it can be agricultural waste, it can be human waste. How do you dispose at the lowest cost? It should not cost anything. Or it should give you net positive output. Say, I want to do research. Which company will give him salary to me? Nobody will give him. You are a crazy fellow here. You come and do my machining. So, but young people are like that. So, when the young people are like that, they are highly networked, they are highly smart, and they want their energy levels are very high, and they want to. I am bloody hell take a risk. I am ready to do it. Let me be allowed to do it. If that can be supported by industries who have to invest in such innovations. See, our industries are not investing in innovations. They are investing in transfer of technology. TOT, they are ready to invest for getting a know-how from some country, some product, because the least risk. Least risk. No, they are ready to ready to invest any money. But I want industries, especially big industries, to invest in the human resource of our youth, their energy, their ambition. You please give them full support. I am sure the country will change. So industry should play a big role. Government cannot do this.
Why not?
Government has mechanisms, I agree. But finally the product has to be done by industry. Government has to depend on industry only. If industry can do, automatically the product will come out. See, we are telling industry should do a 1 megawatt village industrialization using coal fusion. Only industry can do. Government cannot do. Government has to go to industry only. Government can only give a policy at the most, some funding. But the hardware, the installation, everything has to be done by industry. So industry role is very, very supreme. But this, fortunately, our Prime Minister understood that he is putting more and more faith and trust in the industry capability within the country, which was what earlier people used to put more and more faith in S&T capability, science and technology capability in the S&T organization. But finally we say S&T will do S&T, but industry is cut off. So if you do in R&D in a laboratory and make a product, and no industry knows about it, what will the product will fetch? It won't fetch anything. So he has attacked the correct thing. Let the industry do it. He should support the startups industry, fund it. Government will add, government will support. But industry should take the ownership. The stakeholders should be industry, not government.
Government can only create the
Create the
climate.
climate. Government should create ecosystem, but industry should be the they should take all the risk. They should take all the risk, and they should reap the benefits also. Once they are stakeholder, they will take risk and reap the benefit. So the major transformation to take place is industry should start funding the startups, funding the innovators, the individual innovator or a team, they should fund. If these two happen, I think India will definitely move fast towards Viksit Bharat. And we have to spread this word to our big industry circles. And I hope I'm sure the government is doing. I'm sure we should also play a role in making this message to reach top industry houses in the country.
So I think at the moment I'm not sure if government is incentivizing R&D within industry. So does that happen?
No, there are. For example, they are talking about providing, corporate social CSR fund. There is always a possibility the CSR fund can be used for renovation research. If government can bring a law that is whatever innovation research funding you do, it can be put under CSR. There is a CSR is a mandatory expenditure by big private industry. Some 2% of the net profit should be spent on CSR. Instead of CSR, it can be for industry, R&D, innovation. If they can do it, then automatically it will happen. It will happen. And government can add value to that and give correct incentives and correct support, and they give it. I think there'll be probably a revolution can take place with government giving support and CSR being made acceptable to government and account to industry. Industry should do CSR for this innovation. Now CSR many times they are doing maybe correct things. They support schools, they support women toilets and all. Agree. But who looks after science and technology? Because tomorrow we read. Even if we say, somebody said a toilet has to be designed scientifically and industrially. So a toilet should be so good. It should be good. It should be a low cost, highly efficient. There also the technology comes into picture. This is what is going to happen. So I think industry role has to be given more prominence, and government should recognize, industry should also recognize. This is my personal conviction.
Got it. Okay. So I think now one question that I have is, if in case you could go back to your younger self as a student, if you had to tell something to that student, what would you say, sir, now after having seen such an illustrious career?
No, I have already tried. For example, I was with some students in VIT near Chennai. I was talking to only people who are not even 20, just around 20. So then I said, I want to join your team. They were doing innovation project. I said, I want to be a member of your team. What? No, you want to do something, no? So I want to be, you take me, be a member. We all will be together and find a solution. So you treat me as another student like you. Sir, how we can? No, I am ready to discuss with you, think with you, argue with you, fight with you, and then we don't mind go have lunch together, and I agree. I am ready to work with you. What is the topic? So there were 10 topics they gave. So, sir, you want to join any team, you can join. So 10 topics chosen by students for their hackathon, equivalent to hackathon. So I said, I will try to join the hackathon for urban traffic management. So I want to be this thing.
Your favorite topic.
Favorite topic. So that should include air traffic also. Air traffic also. Not only ground traffic, air traffic also. So then we had a one-day discussion to formulate, because I can't stay there more than one day only. I was allowed to stay. Morning till evening I was with the team. We discussed along with the boys and all, had lunch together, went to toilet together. All thing we did is, see, you have to, they want to make a software for traffic management. Okay, so they want to have maps from the low Earth satellites, map of the air traffic also, ground traffic also, accurate mapping. So we all arrived at the quality requirements or the specifications. We arrived. I am a member of the team. That is, we should know at any given time live the traffic situation of all the roads, air traffic, air routes and ground routes. All the routes are fully mapped. How many vehicles are moving at what speed available? What are the areas in which roads are not good for road movement? Avoid, you declare zones not good for moving, but very small streets. So you have to only come to major. So take only those routes you can take, like air traffic also take. Then what is the aim? Aim is, a person has to go from A to B. He should drive non-stop. That is, he has to drive, say, 40 kilometers in the city, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore. 40 kilometers from his home to your workplace. He should drive 40 kilometers non-stop. That is the mission objective we worked out. That means he has a full map in live, and he knows at what speed he should be traveling. He is given a speed also. You can't travel faster or lower. You have to travel, say, 40 plus minus 5 kilometers per hour. That is speed. You have to travel that speed. Then we will give the system, the cloud-based traffic management system will give you a solution that you follow this route. You will go non-stop. It will be displayed to him. He has to simply follow the route. He need not worry at all. He simply starts his vehicle, he follows it, it goes, in the time is given, because the complete traffic is monitored by the system, and which roads are clear, which roads are bad, which roads traffic is, what speed the traffic is moving. That's all taken into consideration. And any guidance they want to give for traffic, they'll say the traffic should, in this road, the speed should be between this speed to that speed. Your speed should be between this speed, that speed. All will be made available, including to air traffic also. Many times, I have traveled by air. You sit in the aircraft, for 10 minutes the aircraft won't take off. Because they say clearance has not come from the terminal point. You are sitting in the aircraft burning the fuel. It's very bad. Or they say, we want to go, but there is a cloud patch in between, so we have to wait for the cloud patch to, or we have to avoid the cloud patch, take a deviated route. Or there is a thunder shower expected at the terminal point, so we cannot start. I say, if these are all modeled in real time, then the aircraft engine should not start unless you can. Once start the engine, it should go non-stop. You cannot hang around with engine and wait for the clearance for landing to be given by the ATC. But all can be modeled. You have AI, you have ML, you have smart scientists, you have all the GPS satellite. You have to only use the correct algorithm, put young engineers to write the codes for the ground traffic management, air traffic management. They can do. I am sure it is doable within a couple of years. You can have a wonderful solution. This we evolved there at VIT. I told them, you make a thing, submit to your vice chancellor, let them take it forward. We all arrived at, everybody agreed, sir, this is a very good, we will implement it. Said software I don't know how to do, but concepts I have given, conditions I have given, algorithm now you work out. They are very smart. I think it will happen. So that is how we can work to, I can be with them because my knowledge, their youth, their IT knowledge, my concept of science and engineering, their concept of IT, ML, how to integrate AI, this we merged it together. So they sir, you tell us this one, I will make an algorithm or a code. I will develop the code. I will train my model based on your inputs. You will train the model. So it is good. This is how it is done. You should allow, fortunately, this is what Kalam did. He will put 2 of our senior people and 10 of his junior people form a team. This is a design team. 10 young fellows, 2 senior. You work together. You gave a very good solution. Very nice. So this is what I did. I might tried one day. I think I enjoyed the day with the students. They had all sorts of questions. They triggered me every time. No, sir, how can you do it? It cannot be done. I was like, okay. Let me see how it can be done. How it cannot be done. Okay, I will change. If you all feel it can be done, I will change the different logic. So we worked out a logic. If you go to VIT, you ask them.
You seem to have a lot of fun with the students.
I like them. I like to, because they are the people who their strength is energy, hard working capability, and their networking is fantastic. Anytime you want, immediately they will take and tell you, my friend is somewhere studying in Germany, I will check with him. Very, very good networking. And knowledge is very good in IT and communication, mobile, very good. Their only limitation is fundamentals are little weak. That is the one which we need to correct. Their fundamental science, basic science, physics, chemistry, mathematics, is little weak. That is where we are not able to catch up with. Why we are getting devices from, you take any engineering product, most of them are done outside India. Because we are good in production, but fundamentals we should catch up with some fundamentals. That is where we showed it in missile program, but we said everything. Space is doing now very good work we are doing. Missile, aerospace, both places we are doing good work, but it should go everywhere. It should go for a white goods, it should go for industrial goods, it should go everywhere it should go. I think it will happen. It is picking up, and some of the ideas we have arrived jointly with you, I think it can be spread.
Okay, so let's go back to 1970s And if you were to tell something for the student in you back then, what would you tell?
I am saying go. You want me to go back to 70s?
Yes. You go back and what would you say to your younger self then?
No, if you look at me in 1970, I was not this knowledgeable. I was definitely knowledge was see today's knowledge of a youth who is in his 20. My knowledge when I was in 20, my knowledge is maybe 1/10 of today's youth knowledge. There is no doubt. He knows much more than at his age than I knew at same age. Yeah, that's there's no way I can compare with my knowledge. My knowledge today may be better, but the knowledge of and my knowledge at 30 age of 20 was not all adequate. Adequate was not adequate. It was actually like a kupamanduka, we call it. You're a frog in the well. You're all in a house, limited. There are no, what the most we used to read newspaper. There's nothing else. Today, your whole world is in your hand. So I can't compare. But I can only work with them, tell them that there are some fundamentals you keep track, but your energy, your risk taking, don't leave it. I wait hard that energy risk taking, you have it. We will work together, match. So let us work together. That is the only way we can rejuvenate, we can excite youth of today's youth. And they can, I am sure once your intentions are good, I think youth will. I have never felt any discomfort with any young people. No, not at all. Maybe I would have felt discomfort with bigger people, industrialists, professors, but never with students. Yeah, young students are so clean, unbiased. They want to say something, they will tell. And we are only spoiling them by cutting their enthusiasm, telling them, don't do that, don't do that, do this. We are going to do. If you leave it to them, they will do wonderful things. Have trust in them, leave it. Don't control them and restrict them. Give freedom. This is what we have to do. If they do it, I think the world will change. But this has to be done by people who are already established in life. They should understand this. They should not compare. When I was there, I used to walk. Now this fellow wants to go in vehicle. How can he? No, the days are gone. Don't compare. Your knowledge, his knowledge, totally different at the same age. You can't compare his knowledge with his age, with your knowledge with that age. Your knowledge that age is stupid. Naturally, isn't it? How can you compare? So don't compare. So you give them full freedom. I think they will. I have never felt discomfort with any student, and this is what Kalam used to do. Kalam also used to go to school, talk to school children, ask them what you want to become. They will ask, they will give crazy ideas, but he will still listen to them. And I know very surprisingly, and he was director to my lab, Hyderabad, and he will get letters from Calcutta, from Cochin, from Rajasthan, and inland letters those days in 1990s, inland letters, and address given, Dr. Kalam, Hyderabad. That's all. No address. They will write a letter. Sir, I want to become rocket scientist. I will like your missile rocket. I want to do something original. I want to come and join you. They will write in the broken English, broken Hindi. They will write address given Kalam Hyderabad, and letters used to come to him. And Kalam will call me. Hey, you come here. You read it. Tell me what is written. Because sometimes it is written in different language, in Hindi. Sometimes English nobody can follow. And that is, see, their dream. See, young person with 12 years, 15 years, why he should write to Kalam? Why he should write? Why? No need. But he thinks he should write to Kalam. So he will write. Your name, right? I want you to. So here in fact, he has called two students to come to Calcutta. We paid their train fare from Calcutta to Bangalore. We met them. We took them into our guest house and put them in a room and talked to them. Made them to meet Kalam, take photographs. We did because he was so. He wants. I want to design a missile which will be a wonderful missile. See, they may not know the complexity, but the dream is like that. They want to do. So we called two of them, we gave them train fare and give them food and all. They were stayed for 2 days, they met him and then we went back, we dropped them back. So see, so you don't, I have not met anybody who has talked, whoever you talk about the great big Kalam. Kalam is a big man, great man. He never displeased anybody because his thinking was everybody has strength. You may not have strength in mathematics, but you have strength in IT. He may not have strength in physics, but he has strength in chemistry. Please understand. Yeah, you can't compare you and me. No, that's why. He used to do that. Very nicely we have done. And if the country puts faith in young others, give them freedom, give them encouragement, they will be in 2047 Viksit Bharat. We'll all see it. I am convinced.
Beautiful, sir. And if I were to leave today, what is that one golden word that you would tell me to take away from this podcast?
I know, it is a tough question. See, what I told when somebody asked me what is it my takeaway, I said my takeaway was I want to become Dr. Kalam because his characteristics of an individual, I like the way he talks, the way he treats the elderly people, he treats younger people, he talks to ministers, he talks to government, he talks to students. I said, I every time I face a critical situation, I will think 1 minute what Kalam would have done in that situation if he were there. And I try to do that. So he became a role model for my life, and I think even now I feel many times it has helped me to handle tricky situations, tough problems very smoothly. I think I have succeeded. So you all young people, I feel is you should have some role model in your mind who you think is ideal configuration, dealing, treating, life ambition, then whether you want appreciation, whatever it is, he or she is something I want to be like that in next 20, 30 years. You should have somebody like that. That will help you to shape your thinking, your dream. You find somebody like that. That will help you. Otherwise, you will be going astray, and after some time, you don't know what I learned 20 years. What did I achieve? No, you go back, then you may feel why I did all simple things. I should have done something great, and you have to believe that God has created you uniquely. You are one person in the whole world, so you should not equate it to anybody. I am unique. I have to do something unique. What I can do, nobody else can do. This is given to me by God. So why should I cut it down and try to do something which is lower than my expectation? I should expect myself, and I have been given the strength, let me do it. So if you do that, I think everybody can contribute in a big way. Right. So you also think God has brought you to the earth as a unique person, and fulfill all your dreams yourself.
For sure, sir. Okay, before we end the podcast, few fun questions, few questions on a lighter side. Have there been any unexpected or humorous moments during your missile missions? Like something which was like very funny and you guys remember even now and discuss over a call?
One humorous mission thing was, see what happened, one day we wanted to missile launch our Balasur campaign. We wanted to just tomorrow morning launch was decided. So we have to launch in the morning 6 o'clock is window. There is a window given. You should launch between this time that time because there is a range time. You have to launch within that time. So we said 6 o'clock we launch. But due to various reasons we could not finish. We could not take the missile to launch pad at all. So we were all pushing the missile at some night 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because there is no driver, no vehicle. You have to move the missile to the launch pad. So some 10 of us, we put the missile on there is a trolley, missile trolley, put it on it, put the belt on it, and all of us were pushing it night 1 o'clock to launch pad. Including myself, we are all pulling the missile at night 12 o'clock because morning 6 o'clock is the launch. And there is no time. Because if you miss that launch window, we don't know. So we are pushing night 12 o'clock, we are all laughing at 1 o'clock pushing missile with some 100 kilogram of propellant inside and moving it by road. We moved it, we have to launch, and we all, when we moved, we kept everything ready for launch. It was morning around 4 o'clock. And we were about to come to launch pad at 5 o'clock. For, there's a procedure, countdown procedure. All we have to come 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock we are ready to do. So 1 hour we have got time to go and come. There is no way to go to room and come. So how to do it? Then somebody said, don't worry, we will arrange breakfast to your blockhouse, you can come. So somebody said, sir, we want to at least brush our teeth. Then what we did, we all went to, there is a neem tree in our, where we are, went to neem tree, somebody climbed, put the neem twigs, cut into pieces, he gave everybody one, you brush your teeth. We all were brushing teeth at morning 5 o'clock under the neem tree with a neem twig. That was life we all will never forget. So nice, humorous. 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning in the launch pad area, we are all having a neem twig to brush our teeth. So, but we launched at 6 o'clock.
Finally, that happened.
We all launched and went back to room for taking bath. We are all given food when we were launched blockhouse. Food is brought to the room and kept. Because sometimes, launch gets some hold up. It gets 1 hour, 2 hour delayed. So we are all ready with food. See, launch blockhouse is fully supplied with food, water, and also medicines, emergency. Suppose something happens, accident. So fire suppression, and if something falls on the building roof, the blockhouse is protected from even a missile falls on it will survive. So, and it will be closed door, it will have oxygen inside and fully protected building. The launch blockhouse is fully protected. Even if your missile falls on your rooftop, nothing happens. And you can survive, there is oxygen, there is food, there is water, protection and generator on your own. So that way we are all in the blockhouse. So we are safe.
Got it. Okay. So last question for the day. If in case you were not into defense or research or aerospace, what would have been your alternate career option? What do you think you'd have done?
See, what happened, I never thought I will go to defense. See, after my BE I joined engineering, and then after my BE joining, I did mechanical engineering in a college in Bangalore, and I got an offer from Bharat Electronics as a graduate trainee, and I had also faced interview with many industries I had applied, and I was waiting for the appointment. And then one of my uncles and all, they told you apply for ISC for my ME. Which subject choose? I have to choose a subject. Which subject be mechanical is there, thermodynamics is there. What I should use? So I went. I asked newspaper what all the branches. Then I looked aeronautical department of aeronautical engineering. I never thought I will become aeronautical engineering when I was doing BE. Then I used to say, this aircraft flies. How it is? I want to be there to see how it flies. So I wrote aeronautical engineering because it is amazing. Those days, of course, aircraft very rare. Now it's where you see. Amazing to see aircraft flying and people are inside and engine running and those are propeller engine. It was a very big mystery how it is flying. Today 300 people are inside the aircraft. You are having dancing, you are having music, you are having food. Everybody is cooking, eating, and is flying. And you don't know how safely you are flying. Where are we today? Those days were 20, 30 seat aircraft, a big aircraft with two propellers. So when I started, I said I should do aeronautics. So I applied for aeronautics because in Bangalore, and uh, I know that aeronautical means you will get a scholarship. You don't have to be burdened to your parents. They will give scholarship. With that money is sufficient for my life. And so I joined aeronautics. But when I joined there, when the interview day, one day they called the interview aeronautics. Same day I got an appointment letter from Bharat Electronics. You come and join Bharat Electronics as a graduate engineer. So I had two. One is interview date, one is job. So I asked my mother, both interview is there, I can join work. From tomorrow I will join, I will get salary. Or ME I will do aeronautics. 2 years you have to wait for my job. My mother said, no, you do engineering. Sorry, aeronautics. She said, we have been living hand to mouth. 2 more years we will manage. You go for your ME. You go to ME. Though you are getting a job today, we don't mind waiting 2 years. Sure, Chitu. So I went to join. Of course, the scholarship was more than I could spend per month. I used to give my mother every month 50 rupees. But that was the scholarship at that time. So I joined. So she said, you go do masters. Because in our house, getting engineering itself is a rare phenomenon. In our whole family circle, maybe only one more engineer or so. Masters, you go and do it. So I went. So I did aeronautics. And at that time, there was no rockets in me, only aeronautics. That's why I joined. But after, when you are doing first year, the DRDO wrote a letter inviting two students for rockets and missiles. Out of we are about 18 students doing ME in aeronautics. So they will choose 2 for rockets and missiles branch. So they'll say, we'll give you 50 rupees more scholarship. You get 200, I will get 250 rupees. So I said, okay, I'll try. So I attended, there is a special interview for choosing the 2 students. That Dr. Dhawan was the director, Satish Dhawan. And he himself interviewed. There was an interview board, all of us stood in this office, and then he called one by one and asked some questions. And out of 14 they stood, and I was one of the choice. So I used to get 50 rupees more scholarship. All the students will feel jealous. 50 rupees, salah, tumko 50 rupees de itna mil raha. So I used to enjoy. The 50 rupees was a big money, but that relieved my parents' headache. So I got to there I changed over to rockets and missiles. So there I studied extra subjects, rockets and missiles. My project was rockets and missiles. So I got oriented toward rockets and missiles from general aeronautics. Otherwise I would have joined HAL or somebody like that. So I joined ISRO first. Then from ISRO I moved to DRDO. Then I've been throughout my life I am a rockets and aerospace man. From 1971.
But if not for an aerospace man, what would you have liked to be? What is your passion?
No, I thought if I would not have done engineering at all. Engineering at all. I thought I would go to film making. Film making was my passion. As a young boy, picture banana. I would have done, if I were not the engineer, I would have done the film making line. I don't know, whatever line. I would have, as a children, I used to talk about it. But once came aeronautics and rocket missiles, my route was set. Very nice.
Lovely, sir.
Lovely, and I don't regret both because I was in space, as I was in DRDO. Then I became Vice Chancellor in University at Pune. I thank all the organizations. I have never felt deprived of anything. Whatever I wanted, I got it. And whatever I was supposed to give, I have given also to the organization, to the country. So It's a very satisfied life. I have nothing to complain. No complaints to life.
Lovely. Okay. So this is the last question. Okay, I won't go after this. Have I missed out anything that I was supposed to ask today?
I don't know. See, I have to go to your brain.
No, but is
What?
there any question that you thought I would ask and I missed asking?
No, I think you are quite broad and deep. You have asked for a. I don't think because many students ask same questions about similar questions I asked, and I don't. No, I am not able to think of anything you would have missed. You would have missed because life. I think unless you are talking to another film actor. So, as a scientist, I don't think you have missed any question.
Lovely. So with that, thank you so much for spending
Thank
this
you.
time with
Thank
us today. And we had a very good time. Hope
you.
you had as well.
Oh, no, it's a good. See, it's an introspection. Also, the way I've traveled and how young people look at people with experience, how they look at it, and what is my obligation to society. See, I should also keep renewing my obligation to society. That also is a learning for me. I also learned what are my obligations, so I don't regret. And I think these are, even today I am learning. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.